What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do? Oh, sorry, guys.
Early in the morning.
It's a little bit of a different intro, but good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you may be, and welcome to the Easy Level Up Videocast, episode something, where we are going to be talking all about gaming.
36.
36? Episode
Maybe.
36.
I'm going to go 36. We'll see.
I am Tom Mosley, one of your hosts. Feel free to give me a follow over on Instagram if you so wish to see what we get up to on a daily basis, hear about all the live streams and all the gaming-related content that I talk about on a daily basis. And as always, I am joined by the wonderful Hannah Deathridge. Hannah, how are you?
I'm okay, Tom. How are you? I feel like you can't see very well. I feel like that
I can
mask
see
is
all right.
slowly just going up against your eye. Just there. There we go.
I thought I'd dress up for the occasion because if you haven't
really
judged by the
appreciate
title, I thought I have a pirate hat somewhere. I just don't know where it's gone. So
I have
I thought,
a tiny skull. Which is more Hamlet based, to be or not to be. But it is to be for a certain theme today. But I'm okay, Tom. It's Monday.
It's Monday.
And we're already like halfway through Monday, and I can't believe it. It's crazy.
Yeah, I've still got loads of stuff to do after the video cast. But as we always say, it is our favourite time of the week. We get to talk video games, talk gaming, and chill out for an hour, which is always nice.
And we have some cool guests today.
Mm.
Really like our guests today. There's some cool geezers.
Some cool cats.
I've decided to change up quick fire questions, so we've got a bit of some new things are happening. So, but yeah, I'm good.
Awesome sauce. So before you introduce our wonderful guests, we do have some people in chat that I want to shout out. We have Games Guru over on Twitch. Good afternoon to you, sir. Wookie Webster, hello. Mrs. Wookie. Daggercass, hello. Nintendo Gamer. Marcus sharing the love on his social medias, getting his followers coming across as well. Always appreciated. Fern. Good afternoon to you too. We've got Sophie. Yep, Sophie over there. Nintendo Gamer, Daggercast. Who else have we got? Teacher Designs. Hello. Pirate Time 100%. Rafal. Good afternoon to you, sir. Who else have we got? I think that's everybody. Oh, no. There we go. Mr. Rich King saying, what mic am I using? Has it defaulted to the wrong microphone? Let me find out.
There are so many people in. We've got Dave as well. Hey, Dave. How are you? And we've got Gelio. I don't know how to pronounce things. I'm so sorry.
We apologise if we butchered your name.
Hello to you. I know, I'm so sorry. But thank you for coming over from YouTube as well. But the great thing about names like that is that you can say it in so many different ways.
Hannah, does my mic sound better now?
Tom, your mic does sound better. And this is what I should be telling you instead of Rich, because I'm here listening, but I was just like, yeah, it's fine, don't worry about it.
It's fine, I can hear him, kind of.
It does, it sounds good.
Well, thankfully, due to you using another microphone, hopefully you didn't hear my singing too much then, because I don't have the best of singing voices.
I thought it was beautiful.
I've got Dave Kempster in chat as well, little gamer widow. So I was sorting out my microphone.
And the boss man's in as well. We have.
Well, don't give him a shout out.
Shout me out, please. I'm needy today. Greg didn't get much sleep last night.
Oh.
Boo-hoo. Let me get out my tiny little violin. You got yours, Tom? Have you got your little violin? Anyway, so let's move swiftly on.
Before we get fired, let's move swiftly on. Awesome. So, Hannah, who have we got and what are we talking about? If people haven't guessed already by the awful singing and the get up as my t-shirts maybe slowly comes into shot.
And the skull. So we are going to be talking about all things Sea of Thieves because season 1 has been launched and there's loads of new things, new events, new shipments, new activities, just so many new things. So we're going to talk about that. And we have 2 Sea of Thieves fans. It's only correct, Tom. I know you're a Sea of Thieves fan. We have 2 more Sea of Thieves fans that are here with us today, and they are recurring guests. I think it's both of their second time on the videocast. I think I'm looking to see if there's nods or there's not, but I'm going to go with it. They'll tell you if I'm wrong. They will tell you. So we have the first up, the phenomenal Phil Weeks in the house. Woo, yeah,
Here he
Phil,
is.
woo, clapping, yeah.
So
How
I
are
probably
you,
need to
Phil?
apologise now because I might have forgotten that Phil's been on the Videocast before.
That's okay. I did the Minecraft Dungeons one with you.
You
Yeah,
did
see,
the
I remember.
yes. I do remember now. I apologise for all of the previous talk of me going, "Oh, it's your first time, Phil. Let me talk you through it."
Hey.
Phil's so kind. Phil just let you do it. Phil was
Yeah.
like, yeah.
And yeah, I do feel like one of us is going to have to get changed.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, who wore it best? Vote in the chat. Who wore it best? Phil. Are you okay, Phil? How's it hanging?
I'm very good, thank you. Yes, it's
Good.
it's good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm well.
Good.
I'm excited. I'm excited for all the banter today. It's gonna be good. Should we see who our next guest is?
Why not?
From the phenomenal Phil, we've gone over to the marvelous Marcus. Marcus is back, everyone. Yeah.
Hi guys, nice to
Hi,
see you all
Mark.
again. Thank you
Nice
for
to
having
see
me
you.
back. How are you all
Look at
doing?
that. So polite. That's why I'm here, Marcus.
Marcus is very
So
polite. He is very polite.
I try my best.
Oh, we've also got a vote in for Phil wore it best easily due to the beard.
Yeah.
All about the accessories.
Thank you. Yeah.
All about. I'm wearing a skull
I know, Tom
mask.
did try.
This
Yeah,
isn't
Tom
just
did
my
try.
face, guys. This isn't just my face.
I thought you just forgot to do makeup today.
Well, Marcus, what did you bring to the Sea of Thieves party?
I didn't get the memo, so
You brought yourself.
yes,
That's
I brought
all that-
myself.
And that's all that really matters.
That's enough.
Awesome. Are you okay, Marcus? How's things?
Yes, very good. Looking forward to talking about all things Sea of Thieves.
Look at all the Marcus love we've got in chat.
Marcus
so
love.
much love for Marcus. Hi, Marcus.
We love you,
Hi,
Marcus.
guys.
Marcus. We love you, Marcus. Awesome. So we have our guests, and as every week, Hannah, you like to do what is referred to as your quick fire questions. We'll get to the intro. We'll get to the intro.
Okay.
However, you have pre-warned us, Hannah, that you have changed things up.
I've changed the format. I
You've
have.
changed the formats.
So
Can
we
chat
should
still
do
get
the
involved,
video.
though?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, that's
If
all right then.
anything, it's going to make chat be a bit more insane. We'll see how it goes. We'll see. Let's just call it a pilot episode of quickfire questions.
Okay.
It kind of comes to a time where you are thinking of quickfire questions while you're having a bath or you're in the shower or whenever the ideas come to you, and then you think, "I've done that one before. I've also done that one before. Oh, that's a good one, but that's the only good one out of the 5." So then you think, "Oh, I need to change this up a little bit." So I had an idea. I had a lightning bolt, and I introduced you today a new round of quickfire questions where we get to know our guests and the chat a little bit more, which is quick fire questions word association special. So
Like the sound of that.
yes, so what we're going to do, I'm going to give you a Game Pass title because we celebrate Game Pass here. We love Game Pass, and there are over 100 amazing games available on Game Pass. I mean, 100's a small a number. I don't know why they don't just make it big because there's a lot.
There is.
However, I'm going to give you a Game Pass title. I'm going to pick a person first, and then we're going to go around the room. So we'll go, well, we'll just see how it goes. And then you have to say a word that associates with that Game Pass title. So the first word that pops into your head, and then the next person has to say a word that pops into their head from that word, and then we'll go all the way around and we'll see what word we end up with the Game Pass title. Does that make sense?
Okay, so we're all not picking a word based on the Game Pass title. The first person picks the word, and then we base it from there.
Yep. You got it. So, and then chat, just fire some words and just make us trip up. Just make it all crazy. Let's go. So the first one is. So we'll start with Tom.
Okay.
And then we'll go Marcus, Phil, and then me. And then the next one we'll start with Marcus and go Phil, me. So we'll go that way until we've all gone all the way around. Okay. It's like party games. I wish we had
puzzle.
yes, I wish we had a puzzle or rap as we went around. Oh, we could do that. Hang on. That's another idea for another time. So the first game is available on Game Pass. Control.
Ooh, psychic.
Is it Yuri? No, Yuri Geller? No, the spoon. Yeah, Yuri Geller. We'll go with him.
Well, I'm going to have to say spoon bending then, aren't I?
And I will say forks. So we've gone from Control to Forks.
I thought you were going to mention a well-known film then for a second after spoon bending, but you didn't.
Oh, no. I went to Forks because I was thinking about spoons and then Forks.
There is no spoon.
There is no spoon.
So there we go. So, guys, if you get a chance and you want to dive some words in, feel free to do so. But that was the first round, and it's going okay. Hey to Jag, hope you are well. So we've gone from Control to Forks, and that's how we did it. Okay, the next one, Marcus, you're first.
Okay.
Sims 4.
Childhood. Sorry, Phil.
A long time ago.
Is that your words?
That's my words, yeah.
A long time ago. The 1950s.
Fashion.
Amazing.
Because I have no idea where to have gone from the 1950s.
That was very specific.
Star Wars.
I can't believe, Hannah, you didn't go for a galaxy far, far away after Phil went a long time ago.
A long time ago, of course. That's why Wookiee Webster's gone over. Oh, okay. Well, we've gone from Sims 4 to fashion, and that works because you can do a lot of fashion ability in Sims 4. Okay, so the next one is, and we'll go from Phil first, the medium.
Scary.
I'm thinking of everything that is scary. Life.
Is that your word, life?
Yeah, my word is life.
Death.
Oh, wow.
Morbid. First word.
Control to morbid. That works.
Yeah. Which makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, we'll do a few more. So me first. Grounded. I'll go bugs.
Greg's gonna like you for saying grounded. Squash.
Squash. Robinsons.
The plans are available. Other ones are available.
Barley.
Okay.
Which kind of makes sense. We've gone from grounded to barley. There might be some barley in grounded. Let us know in the chat if you've come against some barley. We'll do one more. And we'll start with Tom again.
Okay.
Golf with friends.
Putter.
Useless.
Guilty confession, never played it.
But what reminds you of the word useless, Phil?
Should have thought more about my word, not stick filler. I'm sorry.
Have to try and be nice.
Yeah. You can just say me, Phil, if you want.
You can, yeah.
Tom.
What reminds me of Tom? Xbox. Nicely
Hey.
rounded.
There we go.
Friends to Xbox. There we go. Well, thank you. I think that's a nice little round of word
Mix things up
association
a little bit.
session of quick fire questions.
My questions.
There we go. So
Awesome.
maybe next time we'll do some actual questions. This time we had a
To
special.
be honest, Hannah, you've been really busy, and you're really busy this week as well. So we've now got 2 weeks for you to chill out a little bit and relax, not be stressed, and we can think of some questions.
I don't know what that's for, Daggercast. I don't
That'd
know
be for
which
Tom,
word.
Tom and Jerry.
Jerry.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh, of course.
Not on my game today. Thank you, guys. We have learned things about each other. I think we learned that we don't know how we work when we are underprepared, but at least we have a jolly good time.
Yes, that we do. Awesome. So we've done our little introductions. You found out a little bit more about us. And now it's on to the kind of core topic. And as much as we're going to talk about season 1 and all the new things around Sea of Thieves, I kind of want to get your understanding from you guys about what you've kind of played as Sea of Thieves, what you think of it, the kind of journey you've had with the game. And just to kind of get an understanding of what you think about it, what you like about it, what your kind of hopes and dreams for the future of the game and where it's going to go and stuff like that. And I will go Phil, Marcus, Hannah, me.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Phil, I'll let you start off and let us tell us about your Sea of Thieves experience.
Okay. Yeah. So let's not ask how it went when I played with Wookie. So I'm a day one Sea of Thieves gamer. Actually, like you, Tom. Prior to day one, we played it at some events and things like that. It did take a little bit of a break about a year in, and then got back into it probably 6 months ago.
Okay.
It's my favorite game. Absolutely adore it. Absolutely love everything about it. Just because you can do whatever you want to do on there. You can just, you can go on there and have fun. You can go on there and be serious. You can go on there and role play if you want to. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
So yeah, I absolutely adore the game. In terms of the future, I'm just interested to see where it goes. There's already small changes that are coming through with the latest update with the season 1, and I'm just really keen to see where they take it from here.
Yeah. Is there anything that you really hope they add? Like, is there one? If you could go to Rare and go, guarantee that the one thing you said went into the game, what would you love to see? To put you on the spot.
I really enjoy the tall tales.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see more of those, expansion on the story and an evolution on the story as well. So that's what I would. Yeah,
it's a good show.
That's what I'd like the most.
For those of you that aren't familiar with Sea of Thieves, Tall Tales are almost the kind of story aspect to it. So they're very narratively driven, solving riddles, searching the seas, finding clues, finding the next points. There is an overarching story over all of the Tall Tales. They added it in there probably a year ago. Ish.
Yeah, it was with it was it was almost 2 years ago now. It was with the anniversary.
Yes.
Update. Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, it's giving new content to the game, almost some like kind of single player elements to it, even though it is kind of a multiplayer game. But
Can I
awesome.
ask a question? Phil, does your character look like you?
It actually does.
Amazing.
That's awesome.
Marcus, does your character look like you?
No, my current one definitely doesn't. The one before that was my favourite, and he looked like Nigel Thornberry. So no, unless I look like Nigel.
It is. That's incredible.
Yeah,
I look like Nigel Thornberry today. Tom, does your character look like you?
What do you think, Hannah?
No.
Come on, of all the conversations we've had about playing video games, would my character look like me?
Lady pirate. Okay.
I have a lady pirate.
I really want to see what Phil's character looks like now.
I'll upload a picture.
Send us a photo.
Sorry, just to take over. I just wanted to know.
That's fine.
That's all good. Marcus, what is your Sea of Thieves experience?
So I was a day one player. I picked up very early on. I've always loved rare games, so it was kind of a must-have for me. I played it a little bit, but actually I didn't have many people to play it with. So it's only the kind of last year and a bit, I'd say, that I've really got into it. And just the changes they've made recently, we were talking about it before the show. I think it's just great for first of all, brand new players or players like myself that maybe dropped off of it for a little while and have come back. Because it is initially, when I first played it, and correct me if I'm wrong, it didn't have any sort of tutorial. And then they added the maiden voyage, didn't they? Which is something for brand new players. If you're playing it for the first time, give it a go. But just beware that Sea of Thieves, for me, and you guys would probably agree, is a very social game and is only made better when you play it with other people. But for me now, it's a bit of a chill out game. Obviously, you only have a certain amount of control over that. So whether you come across nice pirates or not so nice pirates, we've had some very stressful evenings on Sea of Thieves, but a lot of the time it is very sort of chilled. And for me, it's a go-to just to relax a little bit, I think. So yeah, love the game.
What does Cooper mean by do the raw?
I'm not sure. Nathan, elaborate and we'll...
Would you like to do a raw, Marcus?
No, I've never done a raw before.
Likely story.
I'm waiting for the explanation in chat. Right, come on, Nathan. There you go. Let's have a look. Yeah, I'm seriously like have no idea what Nathan's on about.
We shall wait and see.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well, my turn. So my relationship with Sea of Thieves. I remember when it first got launched and the adverts were everywhere and it was like this new pirate game's coming out, and I was so into Black Flag and I've played I still haven't completed Black Flag, but I've played through up to this same point about 4 or 5 times now. So I need to, but then a new game comes out and I'm like, anyway, let's not go into part of shame. That's another episode that we've already done. If you'd like to watch that, that's available. But I had really mixed feelings about it. And I thought when it first came out, because I think a lot of people played it, a lot of people loved it, and then it was like waiting for the next thing to happen. I didn't dive in, but then Rare was like, well, here's the next thing, and here's the next thing, and here's the next thing, and here's the next thing. And there's been so many updates that I did jump in. I want to say probably about 6 months ago, maybe. It was the last time I played it, so I haven't played it recently. And I'm sorry, and I regret it because I'm looking at season 1 and all of the things that you can do. And I feel like if I did play it now, I'd probably be dragging my teammates down because I'd be such a low level. So I'd feel really bad about that. However, if anybody wants to carry me through a game, that'd be great. But yeah, I really need to get involved. I really enjoyed the Tall Tales. I really enjoyed just playing together with people. I think it's the best thing. And I really enjoyed playing it when we played it at the Christmas takeover that we did. I can't remember what we called it. Like not last year, the year before. Oh my God.
What, the 12-hour stream? Or
12 games of Christmas, something like that. I can't remember what it was called. But it was good. Yeah, we all played it together and it was really, really fun. It's a game that because I am a troll and I really enjoy being a troll, and you can be, but without causing too much destruction. And that's what I like about this game. There is kind of you can't destroy everything. You can destroy each other's hopes and dreams, and you can loot people and you can make them feel awful, but then you just go again. There's not like stripping it all away and you have to start building from scratch. There's always like this level that you come in at, and the stronger your team is and the stronger the force, I guess, is through the seas towards the Kraken and all the bits and bobs. But I haven't been on it for ages, so naughty.
What's quite funny is that you were mentioning, obviously, end of last week, throughout last week, going, I haven't played it in a while. Is anyone around over the course of the weekend to play? And even though we said we'll be playing, so if you're online, message us, you've just turned around and went, I'm a massive troll and have some fun with it. Why would we want you on the crew, Hannah?
Yeah, but you just put me in the brig, right? The only thing that I do is I release the anchor. Speak to Laura, tell Laura. The only thing I do is release the anchor. So you'll be sailing and it'll stop. And it's like, why is everyone stopped? What? I don't know what's going on. I'm over here cleaning. I'm just pouring water from the boat into the sea and playing the thing. Yeah, it's not me, but it is me. Every time.
I'll remember that.
Yeah, it's good to know.
A question I asked Phil, but I didn't ask Marcus, so I'm going to ask both Marcus and Hannah now. Obviously, it might be slightly different answers, obviously, from when you last played it. Is what would you love to be added? Like, if you, as I said, if you could go to Rare and guarantee that the thing that you suggested would be in the game, what would you want to add?
You can go first, Hannah.
Okay. I think this is probably going to be... I don't know how everyone's going to take this, because this is not the game that it is. It is an online game and it's a multiplayer game, and the elements are already kind of there for you. But I'd really like some kind of role play aspect in there, so you can pick and choose more dialogue and things. Like when you spawn and you're in that pub. I don't know if it is called a pub, but it's like
tavern.
A pub and tavern. There
Outpost.
We go. Yeah, I want to talk to the people that's in there. There's people hanging around. I want to go up to them and be like, hey, and like have a chat. But that's kind of really far fetched, and it's not that kind of game. But I'd like that in a dream world. That's what I'd like.
Yeah, that makes sense. Cool. For me, I think the player cap can sometimes be an issue. And like Phil and I have spoken, or Phil mostly said about trying to set up like a server with friends. It'd be really nice if you could join your friend's game, even as a separate crew. I think I'd love to see that. Obviously, I know they don't want just pure servers of friends because it takes away some of the element of it being quite natural and evolving over the course of the game. But yeah, I'd love to be able to join a friend's game. I think that'd be really, really cool.
Yeah, I completely agree. That was actually my future ask if I could go to Rare. No, I think it really reiterates the point to say that I don't necessarily want to be part of the same alliance or anything like that.
Yeah.
I just want to be in the same world. So if I see a ship on the horizon, I can go, I know that's one of my friends. Yeah. I'm going to be a Hannah and go and troll them and go and try and blow them up because I know it's a friend. Yeah. And even if you do blow them up and all the loot floats to the surface, you could then go, you know what, I'll give it you back, but I beat you in a naval battle type thing, and just have some fun with it. So I think private servers, or even just the ability to go, you know what, I've got 12 people, like we've got often a huge number of people on the field team that play the game, we know a number of people that play the game. If we could have 12 people all join into the same server, that would, I think, would be chaos and brilliant all at the same time.
Sorry.
No, go.
I was just gonna say it's that element of being able to totally be yourself because you're around people that you know, so you can have that fun and you can push the boat out and test the boundaries a little bit because it's people that you know and you're familiar with. Yeah. So it's fun to game that way.
100%. And to kind of blow a trumpet here, and I get every opportunity to say this whenever we talk about Sea of Thieves, wherever we talk about Rare, is that back in the day before Sea of Thieves officially got launched and it was alpha and beta, I was lucky enough to go to Rare Studios, have a tour of the studio, meet the guys, and play the game before release and have a chat with the developers and all that sort of stuff. It was a phenomenal experience, dressed up as a pirate all day. But we played Sea of Thieves in that environment. So we had 3 ships, all on galleons. There was like the whole of, at the time, the Xbox field team went, and we all played in the same map. And I had such a laugh with it for that reason of going, I know that ship is one of my friends. So I actually want to go over and have some fun with it and blow them up and etc. Whereas when I'm now playing online, I'm less likely to be in close proximity to another ship because I'm worried that I'm going to lose all of my loot. And it's that kind of risk reward type thing. But yeah, that's what that's my future ask of Rare. If you're listening, please, it would be greatly appreciated. Well, but
funny that you say that. Sorry.
No, go.
Private servers are actually being alpha tested at the moment.
Ooh, nice.
They're currently only available to Sea of Thieves partners.
Okay.
But they are coming at some point. So
that's great. The insider info.
There we go. Great. Thank you very much, Phil. Thank you. That's made my day.
No, but if anyone from Rare is watching and wants to make me a partner, I'll happily do it.
No, that's really cool. That's really cool to hear. As I said, 2 people on the videocast have said that they would want it. There's people in chat that have gone, that'd be brilliant. And lots of thanks to you, Phil, for sharing that information. So awesome. Good thing to see. I think before we move on to season 1, to kind of talk about my kind of Sea of Thieves experience, exactly the same as Phil said, I played it in the alpha and beta pre-launch, went to Rare Studios. I played, like, when it came out, I played solidly for like kind of 6 months. And then after that, I kind of stopped playing. I personally, at that time, felt there wasn't a huge amount of more content to be able to play. And I know we've kind of had chats before to say that it was kind of limiting. And unless you were playing with other people, there wasn't a huge amount more to do. And primarily, I've played Sea of Thieves solo. I generally don't have, I'm generally in a sloop by myself.
Crazy.
I know, right?
I can't even be on one-on-one with them skeletons solo. Like, I just can't do it.
So yeah, I primarily played solo. And then I kind of took a year out, maybe even a little bit more, and I kind of jumped back in when updates happened. I'll be like, I'll give it a go, see what new things have been added, maybe play for a week or so, and then jump off again and play other games. However, since season 1 has launched, and we'll get into the details of season 1 in a couple of minutes, is it has been the only game I've played for now 2 weeks straight. Usually I'll kind of play a bit of Sea of Thieves and dabble in it, and then I'll play loads of other games. I then kind of forget that Sea of Thieves is there, and I never go back to it. This has brought me back into Sea of Thieves 100%. My wife sits on the sofa and watches me play and gets involved when I play. She used to play with me, and now that she's watching me, she wants to kind of start playing the game again as well, and all those bits and pieces. So yeah, it's one of those games that I have a very huge love for, with a little bit of hate, as in the whole love-hate relationship of, and we'll probably get into that as conversations happen, about getting griefed by other players and bullied, kind of constantly attacked and all of that sort of stuff. And it is frustrating when you lose 4 hours worth of loot because you didn't go to an outpost, but that is the game. In essence, it is a pirate game. There is that risk reward type thing. Marcus, you were talking of a story before the stream. I shared a very similar story, and I think anyone that has played Sea of Thieves has had that experience. But that's what I love about it, is that you can, if you talk to someone that plays Sea of Thieves, you will have a very similar experience, but in a whole different world. I think it's just cool that you can have those conversations and go, oh, I did this, this, and this on this island, and I got all of this, and then I took on the Kraken while I had hundreds of thousands of golds worth of loot and stuff like that. And that's what I love about the game, is the case of you have a story every single time you play it. You can come off a couple of hours worth of playing, and you've done something that you want to tell other people about. And which is why I never kind of understood initially why people watch people stream it. And like, I'm all for streaming, and watching people play video games, but I never quite understood the watching a Sea of Thieves until I really got into it. And when you're now experiencing that story with someone else, because I think for me, I was like, oh, I could just play that game and I could experience it for myself, but going on that story with someone is amazing. But yeah, that's my 2 cents of Sea of Thieves and stuff like that. But yeah, private servers, if they're coming, I'm all for it. Daggercast always up for playing some Sea of Thieves. Well, to be honest, I'm always online at the moment. So if you see me online, just send me an invite. And that goes for you as well, Hannah.
I will, I promise. I promise.
Same here.
We'll play soon. And I'll be good. And I will be good. I'm panicked. I'm panicked about the controls because I'm trying to think now. I generally have no idea how to play. It's been that
to be honest, even the control scheme, the control layout has even changed from when the game came out as well. They've added more shortcuts. Obviously, they've added more things to do. And when you've got the controller, you are limited to the amount of buttons that you can press to unlock something or to action something. So it took me a while coming back into it. And I primarily play on Xbox. But I said, I know, Marcus, you've recently switched to PC. And kind of getting used to the controls. Phil, you're a core PC player when it comes to Sea of Thieves. And I'm assuming, Hannah, you've played on console.
Yeah, it'd be Xbox because I like to sit on the sofa. So I think we've all had different experiences as well because of the platforms we're playing on. And to kind of start the season 1 talks, without going into like the details of it, I think I've had such an amazing experience with Sea of Thieves since season 1. I personally think that it's become a friendlier place. I've made alliances with other crews by putting the alliance flag up and stuff like that. And I've worked together with other people and had a really enjoyable experience. Yes, I've had some other crews that have gone, you know what, they're gunning for PvP. So they're going to take me out at that first available opportunity. But I generally, thankfully, only really come into contact with those people when I've just started. So I haven't got anything to lose. Which is kind of handy. But I think it's a much friendlier place now season 1 has started. I don't know what you guys who have played it kind of think of the current state of play when it comes to that sort of stuff.
I think we said before we started the stream that it's kind of different depending on the platform a little bit. So when I primarily play with who's in the chat as well. So we set out just to have quite a chilled sort of voyage and everything. What we found was whenever we came across PC players, which I'm now sort of going over to, there's like a huge advantage when it comes to combat, just with like obviously the speed that you can aim and shoot and block and slash. So what we did was turned off playing with PC players when we were on the Xbox. And I think that would be really good advice for anyone just starting out on Sea of Thieves, just to have a slightly easier introduction to the game, I think. But like you, Tom, since I'm only level 20, I think, on the season 1, but I am noticing that people were a lot friendlier. We haven't been attacked since we've been playing on the season pass. So yeah, I'd agree with you, Tom. But then I know, like Phil, it was slightly different. So,
so you've had a lot more PvP encounters, haven't you, Phil?
Yeah, so as you say, mostly PC player, I've found that it hasn't really changed too much in terms of the friendliness of people. I think a lot of it depends on what time you play, and a lot of it is luck of the draw. So sometimes you get fantastic servers where everybody is friendly. I've had some amazing encounters. I was on there the other day, and I was parked up at the outpost just about to log out. I just finished selling everything. And another ship just pulled up alongside me and invited me into an alliance to split their loot with me.
Oh, wow.
So nice.
So there are some people on there are fantastic, and then there's other times where you're at the outpost at the start trying to get some coconuts so that you can set sail, and someone just comes along and sinks you. So it's I think it really all depends.
Yeah, it's definitely a mixture.
Yeah, but like you said, Tom, that's what makes it a great game. And I find it very hard to be like the like renegade type character in any kind of video game. So I'll fully admit I don't play this game like a pirate, but it is a pirate game. So I think it is just par for the course. I think you're going to have people like that.
Yeah. Marcus, you were saying a minute ago about you were level 20, did you say?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're level 20 in this kind of season 1. Can you kind of explain to the people that are watching that aren't kind of 100% aware of what you're talking about, what that kind of level-based system is?
Yeah, of course. So Sea of Thieves, we kind of said before that the progression, you sort of progressed on 3 different main types of voyages, and they've introduced more, but the leveling was always kind of quite slow. What they've done with this season pass is you get rewarded for every sort of action. So it could be getting a piece of treasure, digging it up, putting it on your boat, delivering the piece of treasure. The season pass gives you rewards for that. And we spoke a little bit about the trials as well. Yeah. So if you're brand new to Sea of Thieves, it's really good because not only are you getting rewarded for everything you do, it also gives you a bit of direction as well, which for Sea of Thieves is quite a daunting game to sort of just step into, I think, on your own especially. And I think, the season pass has introduced a real sense of progression. Even if you just dip in and out of the game, you don't need to invest hours and hours. But also for like players like you, Tom, you said you're level 76 already, which is mad. Phil, I know you've been playing it for years. I think it gives people like you as well something to aim for, because you want that level 100. You want all the, because Phil, you're a pirate legend, you can get that exclusive loot as well. But yeah, it's changed the game, I think, and with it being on Game Pass. And just it's opened up the audience. There was recently it was just over 10 million players. I think it was last year. So I can only imagine that's got much bigger now as well. So
it's up over 15 at the moment.
Wow, that's mad, isn't it? It's their biggest new IP, is it? Am I right? Xbox's biggest new IP, which is really, really cool. So
and I think you
hats off.
Hannah, go.
Sorry, I was going to say hats off for it being sustained as long as it has as well, because it's been out a long time for a multiplayer game. Because people do have their favorite multiplayers, especially big like AAA titles. You look at GTA, and there's always going to be people playing online. But Sea of Thieves, in comparison, is a title from Rare Studios, and it's doing so well in longevity. You can see it keep going on and on. I don't know how many seasons there will be, but season 1's not going to be the end. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to jump onto the pirate hype, I think. So I
think they've said that each season is going to be 3 months. So as to your point, Hannah, I think there will be more seasons and more content. They've always kind of done, or they used to do, I should say, kind of monthly updates, small updates that kind of fix everything and maybe added a few things. And then every now and then did a really big update of going, this is brand new content, this is new things, new stuff to do. And with seasons, I think that's slightly changed their kind of update path now. Pardon me. So I think every season they're going to kind of add new content to the game to keep you kind of playing and those bits and pieces. So I think, as Marcus said earlier, there is that maiden voyage. So if you haven't played in a year or over a year, or you've never played before, you have that maiden voyage to, one, get you used to the controls again. You don't have to worry about PvP because it is a separate instance. You're not just put into the world and guided. It is a closed server almost that helps you get back into the game type thing. So yeah, I think there's plenty of stuff to keep you busy.
It's a really good showcase, actually. It's a really pretty sort of 20 minutes, I think it took me when I did it. But yeah, it's really, really nice. One to look at, and just, yeah, as you said, Tom, as like an introduction. So
definitely.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, of course you can.
Can I ask everybody what their best achievement is when you look at what you've done on Sea of Thieves? What's the thing that you would gloat about and say, this is the coolest thing that I've done?
Okay, it's a tough one.
I would say getting Pyro Legend, but I'm not there yet. I think for me, I think it's being able to I did a voyage kind of first week of season 1 in which I came into encounter with like 3 different megalodons, the Kraken, 2 different skeleton ships, all at separate times, but still managed to defeat them all and keep all my loot, get more loot, finish the voyage, and then cash it all in. And I always used to get petrified when the Kraken came or Meg came or a pirate ship came out the water, a skeleton ship came out the water, because I thought, I'm going to lose this fight and I'm going to lose everything that I've just got. I seem to have had this weird, I think maybe it's the amount of time I've played, and especially in the last couple of weeks, is I've got this new confidence in the game of my ability to be able to play, to go, I can now take on these AI ships and AI enemies, which then gives me more confidence if someone did attack me, another player attacked me, that I could potentially take them on as well. So I think for me, it's building that confidence to actually experience all the game has, because I used to just run away from all the other things before, and just like yourself, Marcus, I'm not overly a very good pirate when it comes to Sea of Thieves. I kind of run away from fights and just want to do my questing and my voyages, whereas I think my confidence has grown to actually experience the full game, which is really cool.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
How about you guys?
So mine would probably be Pirate Legend, which I actually only hit on Christmas Eve this year just gone. So
amazing.
That was quite a quite an exciting
Everybody
one.
in the chat could clap for Phil.
So yeah, I took a little video of it and tweeted it to Rare, and they retweeted it for me on the Sea of Thieves channel.
Amazing.
That's really cool.
That was very cool.
Yeah.
Amazing. So how many hours does it take, do you think, for Pirate Legend? On average?
A lot. Yeah. It's hard
We're
work.
talking hundreds?
Yes.
Easily,
How many hundreds?
easily,
200? 300?
I don't know. There is a website that you can go to which tells you how many you've played.
It's very in depth as well. It will tell you stats for everything. Which is really
because I know Rare's website does give you the occasional stat, but it doesn't kind of deep dive into it. Actually, if you think of what that website is, let me know, because I'd be really interested to know that.
We've got some claps coming in now. Clapping.
There we go.
GG. Well done, Phil. Pirate Legend.
But yeah, I think what Tom said about the confidence growing, that's a really key thing. So one of the nice things I find about Sea of Thieves is that when you log in the game, the only thing that would differentiate, say, me and you, Hannah, would be the fact that I kind of have a bit more of an idea of what I'm doing.
Said very well.
So it's not like so I don't have more powerful weapons, I don't have a better ship or anything like that. We all start at the same level. The only things that you unlock in the game are a cosmetic. There's no power upgrades or anything like that. So it's just a case of that time and experience. So anyone can get to Pirate Legend, anyone can master the seas. It's just a case of putting the time in and getting it done. So I really like that about it.
Awesome.
That's a good point. It's a good shout.
Marcus, what's the coolest thing you've done on Sea of
I have to think outside the box because I'm nowhere near Pirate Legend or, level 76 on Season Pass. So for me, I think it started with a disaster. So we got one of our American friends to join us for a voyage. We were like, you're going to love it. It's really cool. It's quite unique in that it can be quite relaxing, like I said earlier. But in the first journey, within the first sort of half hour, we got attacked by the Kraken. We got sunk. We then tried to challenge one of the sort of big Ashen people. We did that for hours. We finally did it. Then we got destroyed again. So he probably had the worst possible experience of Sea of Thieves as a beginner. But then the second time, and this is my achievement bit, we managed to get him on the second time. And now he loves it. And it's just like we've all said, it's just so unique as a game. You have highs, you have lows. It's a bit like life, actually, without getting too sort of philosophical.
I said low, scary. Yeah, go on, Marcus, carry on.
Yeah, I think and we've got another friend that has tried it single player and has sworn off it, but we're still trying to get him to join us. And he's not in the chat, unfortunately. Otherwise, I'd get you guys to try and convince him as well. But I think just anyone that, like we've all said, it's on Game Pass. You can get a trial for Game Pass for £1. Just give it a go. Get some friends together. Obviously, you need an Xbox or a PC or
a mobile device.
Yes, I was actually going to. I can't believe I forgot. But you can almost play this game anywhere, and for £1 for a month, just give it a go. It's just really, really good fun.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. Anybody that wants to give it a go, give it a shout. So I know we're kind of going to be running out of time shortly. But Season 1 hasn't just added this kind of season pass and this want to achieve level 100. At least that's what I'm aiming for at the moment. But they've added new quests and new voyages. Cheers, Cooper.
That's not what you meant to look like when you put a face mask on. Just saying.
Yeah. They've added a new voyage to the Merchant Alliance to make it easier for you to level up that reputation. As Phil has already done, and we've kind of spoken about Pirate Legend, you have to get to level 50 in the Gold Hoarders, the Order of Souls, and the Merchant Alliance. Once you hit level 50 on all three, you get your Pirate Legend status, and you unlock more quests that are unique to Pirate Legends. And I think a lot of people really struggled with the Merchant Alliance quests because it was a very slow burn and probably takes the longest out of the three. So they've added this new voyage that really boosts that. And in a previous update, they added emissary flags, so you can kind of sign your allegiance to different trading companies to get boosted money and boosted reputation and stuff like that. And that's really helped with the kind of want to play, because I don't feel like I'm constantly just doing the same thing over and over again. Every kind of voyage is slightly different. You go to new locations and find different loot and stuff like that. And I think the emissary flag helps with that kind of proudness to go, oh, I got to level 5. It's another thing. You're chasing that accomplishment, which I think is why I'm enjoying Sea of Thieves so much now, because I feel like there's always something to achieve. And as Marcus said earlier, there's these new kind of mini quests and mini objectives that constantly get you playing.
Yeah, definitely.
If someone's a Pirate Legend, does it just... How do you know? Can you tell? Do they have a thing on their head? Do they have like a special how do you know?
So when you reach Pirate Legend, you get a special Pirate Legend outfit. Which is a lovely purple. And you get the title of Pirate Legend, but not everybody shows it off.
Oh, okay. But you do, don't you, Phil?
Sometimes.
Amazing.
Probably just before we finish, I want to ask everybody a very quick question. Obviously, there's the three main trading companies. So you've got your Merchant Alliance, which is all about finding like rare teas and kind of all of that sort of stuff, and minerals and animals and stuff like that. You've got the Order of Souls, which is all about killing skeletons and getting their skulls and handing those in. And the Gold Hoard is all about finding treasure. Which is your favorite trading company and why? feel free, anybody to go.
So I'm a big fan of the Order of Souls. I just think that the whole idea of, you know, sailing around, chasing down skeleton captains and killing them, taking their skulls back is just that's the part of the game that I find the most fun. But having said that, the Gold Hoarders is lots of fun as well, because you can get massive loot hauls. So
yeah, I'm going to jump in just on the back of that. Like, I'd go Gold Hoarders, just because I think I like the sort of investigation side of it. So you've got the riddles. You have to be quite good at reading a map, doing all your paces, and there's like little tricks that you can learn to help it and everything. So I'd say Gold Hoarders. So
Hannah, from what you can remember,
I think, from what I can
what do you
remember,
think
is
you
that
I would like?
I just do what anybody says. Somebody else starts the mission, and I'm like, oh, it started, it's began, let's go. But I am not any good fighting the skeletons. They blow me up all the time, and I still need to get a niche together to be able to fight them. So I think Merchant Alliance, for me, because I like trading. I like bringing back the goods and finding the things. I like exploring. So I think for me, because I'm rubbish at fighting on Sea of Thieves, it's the best one. However, I will get there one day.
You will.
I'm up for that pirate legend purple ensemble that you get to wear.
Definitely. Just to reference Killer Rhino's point in chat, his favorite is the Sea Dogs, which ties into the arena. So there are two different modes on Sea of Thieves. There's your adventure mode, which is your primary mode that you'll generally play. And then there's an arena mode, which is purely PvP. It's kind of a unique map in which it focuses solely on PvP, so player versus player, and you get points for hitting other ships and killing creatures, killing other players, etc., etc., etc. And there is a trading company related to that called the Sea Dogs, which is all their objectives are around killing other players and mainly battling in the arena. There's also the Hunter's Call, which is all about fishing and stuff like that. So there are other trading companies that you can kind of increase your renown with and your reputation. There's the Reapers now, that's all about killing bits and pieces and taking emissary flags of other pirates and stuff like that. So there is loads of stuff that you can do. Obviously, we're just mainly concentrating on the other three core ones there, but there is so much more to do with Sea of Thieves now. If you played it a couple of years ago when it first came out and you went, oh yeah, there's no more content for me, as Marcus has already said, boot the game up. As we've all said, boot the game up, give it another go and see how much has changed, because it's a whole new game. Marcus said before the stream went live that he wasn't sure if they won or got nominated for an award about an evolving game, and they did. In 2019 they got nominated for best evolving game. And I honestly think, as I think Phil, you said before the stream, I think they're going to win it in the next couple of years, if not this year, next year. They've done so much, they're adding so much to it and bringing players back into the game, and putting it onto Steam now as well. And it was one of the top or most highly downloaded games on Steam in the week it launched. They've got millions of players purely on Steam, and then, as I said, 15 million, probably up to 20 million soon, players playing across all platforms. So yeah, just jump in, play. Get drunk in a tavern, or take on krakens, or take on skeletons, whatever you may be. Just give it a go, guys.
Definitely.
I will, if you will. No, I am. I'm going to get back on it.
Cooper collects said, obviously, if it comes to PlayStation, it can join you. However, Cooper, if you have an Android mobile device, you can play it through cloud streaming if you get Game Pass Ultimate. As Marcus said, it's £1 for a free trial. If you have an Android device, you can jump onto Sea of Thieves.
You can indeed. Or just get an Xbox and enjoy it.
But yeah, guys, any final thoughts on Sea of Thieves? Anything you want to mention? You've got all the invitations you could possibly want now, Hannah. You have no excuse to not play it.
No.
Got Killer Rhino offering. We've all offered. We've got plenty of people in chat offering. So, and this is where private servers would be awesome. Imagine all of us just jumping into a private server and just having a laugh.
Let's go. What's everyone doing tonight? Who's playing tonight?
I'll most probably be playing tonight.
Yeah, we will be as well.
Then it's a date.
But yeah, any final thoughts? Anything you want to mention, talk about, plug, whatever it may be?
I think just on Sea of Thieves, it's just such a unique experience. We've spoken about it at length, but I don't think you can fully explain what it is to play Sea of Thieves. The risk reward is what makes it so thrilling, so frustrating, but so brilliant at the same time. I think I can't sell this game enough. It is one you just have to try.
Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, I mean, I would just say jump on there and find out what's fun for you, because you can, as I said before, you can do just about whatever you want. And if PvP isn't your thing, then, you know, jump on and do the skeleton missions and things like that. Yes, you are going to run into it occasionally, but just try not to worry about it. Just try and focus on enjoying it and having fun. And I think the big thing for me that kind of that changed the way not that I didn't always love the game, but the way I kind of felt about the game and things like that was when I stopped caring about the loot that I turned in and started caring more about the fun that I had while I was doing it. Because if you've played for, you know, 4 or 5 hours and you've had some good laughs with your friends and, you know, and done some stupid things, and then you get sunk at the end, you've got one of two options. You can go, oh, well, that was all a waste of time because I've lost everything. Or you can go, well, actually, I've just spent 5 hours having a really good time.
Yeah. That's a really good point.
That's probably the best way to look at it.
Yeah.
I love what Killer Rhino said. It's one grand adventure that makes you smile as much as you rage.
Yeah, sums it up.
100%.
Yes.
Amazing. Hannah, any final thoughts?
Just that I need to get. I'm going to be on there tonight. What day is it? Monday? Yeah,
it is Monday
tonight. I really need to do the weekly shop, but forget the weekly shop. I'm going to play 5 hours of Sea of Thieves.
Amazing. But right, guys, that is probably the end of our stream. Before we do end, I want to give a couple of shout outs to some new followers that we've had over on the channel, so over on Twitch. So Super Magetero, I think that's how you say your name. As given us a follow. Yeah, I go retro. It helps if I can actually read. Maybe it's the mask. We've had FernSendo64, who Fern, thank you very much. And SJF93 followed us, and we had Nil Satis Kings, who raided us with 5 people. So massively appreciate the raid and the new follows, guys. I hope you've enjoyed us talking about Sea of Thieves. This is the Easy Live Videocast. We do this every 2 weeks when we get 4 gamers together to talk about video games. The topic changes every single fortnight. So if you have any suggestions of what you want us to talk about, feel free to give us a message, pop it into chat, wherever it may be. We're always looking at new things to want to talk about when it comes to video games. So hopefully we'll get some suggestions from you guys as well. But we have Easy Level Up, which is our Wednesday stream, our weekly Wednesday stream. And Hannah, you are playing on that stream this week, aren't you?
I am. I'm playing Call to the Sea.
Yes.
Call to the Sea, yeah. And I remember this being, I can't remember, there's been so many online events, I can't remember which one it was that we were all reacting to. Can you remember which one it was? Was it
was probably an EXO.
Xbox? Yeah.
EXO 19.
Yeah. Was it?
Maybe.
Or was it the... I don't know. It's going to take me too long to remember. I think it was the I can't remember, but that stream's there somewhere as well. And yeah, it's an old-fashioned, like in the past, female protagonist, a female explorer, and she's off on an adventure to find her husband and to explore the sea and explore the island and explore lots of things. So I'm really excited to play that.
Very good game. Usually with those type of puzzle games, I get halfway through and then I'm like, oh, I'm stuck on a puzzle. I'm not going to bother anymore. But I actually wanted to get through it and actually complete the game. So it's one of the games I have completed. Is now off my pile of shame.
Yay, well done, Tom. Games Guru says it's 1920s themed, so hopefully nice bit of music, nice turntable or something in there. That'd be nice. But we'll see.
So yeah, we have that coming on Wednesday, which is at 5 p.m. on this channel as well. So yeah, if you haven't followed already or liked or subscribed, feel free to do so. We'll be streaming at 5 p.m. on Wednesday, and then we have our Microsoft streams on Tuesday, where Adam's going to be doing another Microsoft 365 challenge, head to head with the Evangelist team, and the boss is on that as well. So hopefully, I'm hoping he loses in a weird sadistic way. So we will wait and see.
Played the tiny violin into him earlier. He has left, so We apologise.
Yeah, I want to say a huge thank you to Phil and Marcus for joining us once again to talk Sea of Thieves. Hugely appreciated. Hopefully, you guys will want to come back on in the future if we have a topic that you guys want to talk about. A huge thank you to Chat who has joined us, and all the new followers, all the new viewers, hugely appreciated. We hope to see you in future streams as well. And of course, my co-hosts, Hannah, thank you very much for being here, as always, with your new format of quickfire questions. So I'm sure we will see more of that in the coming weeks.
Yes.
But
thank you all. It's been a good
everybody.
one. And everybody is a pirate legend in my eyes.
Thank you very much,
sweet.
guys.
So condescending.
Trying to be nice.
But on that note, guys, we are going to leave you to it. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Monday, wherever you are and whatever you're up to. And until next stream, we will see you then. Cheers, guys.
Yes, guys.
Take
Bye.
care.
Bye.
Bye.